All right, good night, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Sports Scene, and we all should be happy. The KUMULS, they've won. They won yesterday in the morning. What a great performance it is, Api. Welcome on the show, man. How's things?
Yeah, Lawrence, I was excited. That game was pretty epic. It's good to have the win.
Yeah.
Unlucky loss last week, but I'm looking forward for the next match, Lawrence.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the show tonight, we've got 3 picks race. That's from the Yacht Club that happened last week, Saturday. And also I'll be speaking to Stanley Tepend, our PNG KUMULS head coach as well, to give us all the latest. There was some injury scare on Justin Olam, but they said it was just a cork. Tolai Taxi, look, he...
Not the start that he wanted.
Yeah, but look, I think he was okay. And what else? What else can you say about the game, man?
I'm happy with Roderick Tai's performance, but that controversial try by Cook Islands.
Yeah, he dropped the ball. He
didn't ground it. No pressure on the ground, Lawrence.
Yeah, unbelievable. Well, as you can see, I'm wearing pink, and of course it's Pinktober, and it says here, Pinktober, Women's Health Awareness, and that's what I'm promoting tonight, and not just for women, but in health in general. I think it's important that we really do look after ourselves. So as I said, we've got the 3 picks race from the Yacht Club coming up shortly, and also Stanley Tepend, our head coach of the KUMULS. Api, please take us through the weekend scoreline.
Yes, Lawrence. Thank you. Moving on, our weekend scoreline: Rugby League World Cup Round 2, Australia trashing Scotland. Yeah, Australia played the superstar Nathan Cleary making his debut. Adoka scoring 4 tries, Australia defeating them 84-0. Then Fiji bouncing back from a loss, coming to beat Italy 64. And England, the host nation, still strong, 2 in a row, 42-18 win over France. New Zealand defeating Jamaica 68-6. Jamaica there scoring the first try in the World Cup. Lebanon, Mitchell Moses starring in that match, 32-14 win over Ireland. And Samoa bouncing back from that embarrassing loss last week against England. Yeah, Jerome Luai there, bagging 5 try assists, 7-2-4 against Greece. Tonga defeating Wales 32-6. And the last game of the last round of round 2, PNG defeating Cook Islands 32-16. And we're happy for PNG KUMULS there. And moving on to the ICC T20 World Cup Super 12s, New Zealand defeating the current champions Australia by 89 runs, Lawrence. That was a big win by New Zealand.
Massive one, yeah.
Yeah, showing some revenge. They've lost in a couple of finals in World Cups, and I'm pretty sure New Zealand will be doing well. England defeating Afghanistan by 5 wickets there. Sri Lanka defeating Ireland by 9 wickets, proving too strong. And probably the game of round 1 of the Super 12 was India defeating Pakistan by 4 wickets. King Virat Kohli there.
Man,
yeah,
what a game.
The legend still lives, Virat Kohli, you champion, go Team India. And moving on to NSL round 3, we had the Southern Conference where Hekari United defeated South FC 6-1, NCD FC drawing with Genesis 2-2, Amawana still undefeated, really good game, close encounter with Gulf Comora drawing 1-1, and in the Highlands Conference, Radsai FC and Goroka FC drew 0. Drew nil. Ape Aporo FC defeating Wapak FC 3-0. And in the NGI Central Conference, Lahiri FC defeating West Tribes 2-0. Kimbe FC defeating Tavura FC 1-0. Seeds FC defeating Green Gold FC 3-0. And lastly, the NGI Eastern Conference, Bougainville United defeating Kiara FC 4-2, and Panguna Metal FC drawing with North Bougainville there 1-1, and that ends off our weekend scoreline, Lawrence.
Awesome stuff. Thank you so much for that, Api, and giving us all the latest scoreline right throughout the weekend and the week that was. Okay, we'll take our first break now. Up next, 3 picks race. Stay with us right here on Sports Scene.
So The last Three Peaks race that we actually had was a number of years ago. Because of COVID, obviously the club closed down for a lot of its races. The race first started in 95 in December, which is our first one, and 27 years later we've continued on with this year's International 2022 Three Peaks race. It was a fantastic event today with great sponsorship from International being our naming sponsor, and Heineken Zero, B&G Trading. Steamships sponsored the Hobie Cats, Hobie 16s, which was fantastic, and they've been a really supportive sponsor over the years. Most of the Hobie Cats, obviously their competitors are coming from villages like Hanabata and local, so we've supported them over the years, which is great. And Steamships once again has done a great job sponsoring us. So the initial Three Peaks, when it was formulated by a gentleman by the name of Reece Thompson, it was to incorporate three different peaks. The race takes place and starts out the front in the harbour and heads over to Manabata, whereby the competitors jump off and swim to the beach. They run up to the first peak and then they come back, swim across board and then sail across to Lolarua and repeat the same process. They finish back here at the Yacht Club, and then the grueling run up the Burns Peak is the final, or the third peak. So we had a really good turnout today. We had 10 boats in the end, which is fantastic, with a crew of about 4 to 5, depending on size of vessel. So that's a really good, that gives us about 50, 60 entrants without sponsors and anyone else that comes along. Great support also to keep all the competitors safe by St John's Ambulance, Guard Dog Security, and of course the Water Police out in the water, keeping everyone safe, and no injuries, which was fantastic. Yeah, certainly we'll be looking at sponsorship for 2023. We are growing and growing the Three Peaks. It's good, as I said earlier, to get it back after COVID. So we introduced this year a Calcutta thanks to the Game Fishing Club, and it was very, very, very successful. A little bit of fun incorporated into the race side of things, but the Calcutta worked extremely well, so we'll be continuing that on with the Hobies next year. So the events that we've got coming up is we've actually got the Lady Helm next Sunday, which is predominantly female skippers, should I say, that sail out in the Fairfax Harbour. After that, we of course have the Melbourne Cup coming up, which is another successful ladies event, predominantly, and then of course we have our Christmas, our members' Christmas, our kids' carols, and then New Year's Eve, and roll on 2023.
All right, good night, everyone. Welcome to Sports Scene. It's time now to talk Zoom Rugby League. It's on everyone's mind, the Rugby League World Cup, PNG KUMULS. Yesterday, we had a great win against, a fearless Cook Islands team, but we got the job done, and online with me via Zoom is our coach, Stanley Tepend. Coach, how are you, man? Great win yesterday.
Yeah, thanks for having me again, Lawrence. Great effort by the boys. Especially after last week's disappointing close loss. It was good to finally get that first win.
After the loss of Edene Gabe and also Xavier Coates, that sort of put a bit of a dampen on the team morale. But look, geez, I got to hand it to Roderick Ty, man. This guy is just going great guns.
Yeah, no, Roderick was outstanding. I think he got the most meters for us yesterday. I think, his try was probably the one that was controversial where everyone's mind last week. So I think for him personally, well done to him. And yeah, it was a really good performance by him. We didn't do too many changes. We felt he deserved another shot on the wing there, but only position-wise, Jimmy Nutlik was moved to the wing, and we moved Dan into the middle there off the bench. So just to steady us a bit, and yeah, it worked out well for us.
Yeah, Jimmy had a bit of a niggling injury in the start there. Our Tolai taxi, but man, I'd like to see him in some open space, huh?
Yeah, that was his first game. Obviously, he played in the PMs, and he showed glimpses of what he can do. And yesterday, I think he got limited opportunities, but it's good for him to get that first game, and hopefully, he can just build on from there. We really worry of all our wingers going down and being injured. So it's actually satisfying too to have a sort of a specialist, a winger fit and good game time for him yesterday.
Yeah. Now, just quickly on Olam, he had a bit of a scare there. It was just a cramp, right? Nothing else.
Yeah, just a cramp. Just a cramp, and yeah, we've just been managing the boys. I think a couple of the boys pulled up with a cramp last week as well, and this week I think we just have to manage them, rest them up, and we go again.
Coach, short turnaround this time, 1 day less. How's preparations for that, and do we look like we're going to see the same team lineup?
Preparation, it's only been today they had a recovery day off. Tomorrow we're given an extended, just be doing some off leg stuff, a bit of recovery as well, and it just comes down to how we manage our boys in these sort of tournaments, I guess. And we've got good staff, good physio and good medical team there that are helping the boys out really good. It's still a bit early to confirm the team, but not many changes. We still want to win. We have to win. I think it's a must-win game for us against Wales. And seeing how the Wales have performed the last two games, they've been pretty strong too. So we'll come up with a team that's strong again next couple of days. But we may give a couple of those boys that hadn't played some game time as well. So we're just going to balance and see how we go.
Yeah. Now, you have your captain's run, and you had Stanley Gene come and present the jerseys for the first game, and then Adrian Lam. I think it's a really good thing that you're doing there. What's the plan? Who's the next great KUMUL you're going to have present jerseys?
Yeah, look, we've obviously we had all this planned before we came over here.
Nice.
We wanted to achieve certain things during this tournament, and for the boys to keep connected with our past. It's very important that the players gone past or gone before us are remembered, and we're lucky to have a few of our former captains and KUMULs here. Adrian Lam, he's with the Australian side at the moment as an assistant, as part of the coaching staff, but he's still a big part of us, and we remember what he's done. And Stanley Gene, and not only them, but we had a former KUMULs, John Okul, Makali Aizu. We had a former players connection night on Friday night where all the players had to get up and speak about our KUMUL. Our former KUMUL was name was given to them. They had to do a bit of research and come up and tell us a bit of history about that player. Nice. And it's line with in what we're trying to do, and hopefully we can continue that in the future. So it was really good for Adrian to come in this recent game, but Stanley last weekend, and it meant a lot. Adrian had to drive up from Manchester where the Kangaroos are camped out, so it's an hour drive, and look, it meant a lot. And having his son also playing halfback for us, and that connection there is very important, and the boys took a lot out of it. We don't want to go too emotional in this sort of way where but it's good in that sense. But no, it's really good for the past players to come and show their support.
Yeah, no, great stuff there. Great culture you're building there, Coach Stanley, and again, proud of your efforts so far. Well, Wales this Tuesday early morning here in Papua New Guinea, and of course we'll be supporting and cheering. It's a bit later on in the evening, which is a bit more better timing for us here, 5:30 in the morning, better than the 4:30, but you know, we're up again anyway to watch the game.
Thanks, Laurie. Laurie, look, we're really, you know, we understand the support we're getting from back home, and the boys, you know, they're always grateful to see the commitment that everyone back home is putting in, getting up early in Port Moresby, but all the other centers as well, especially in the Highlands and those remote areas, and means a lot to the boys. You know, they're online and they connect with their families obviously as well, and yeah, it contributes seeing everyone, you know, and it touches the boys. So, you know, they're preparing well for Wales, and hopefully we'll get another win, and then we'll see what happens in the quarterfinals. We also had, we also had Governor Michael Morum also sent a message to the boys before we ran out.
Very good.
Which is also good as well. So, yeah, no, it's been really good here. So hopefully we can continue with another win.
Yeah, okay. Awesome stuff, Coach. I was going to say at the beginning there, Roderick Tai should have passed it back to, I think it was Leibat, so that he'd get closer to the goal so Reece Martin could break that record. But anyway, it is what it is. I saw the disappointment on Reece and everyone else's face, but you know, what a great achievement he's done, Reece Martin.
Yeah, no, he's a real sharpshooter. He's yeah, we joked around about that after the game, but look, that's the sort of person Reece is too. Like, even though he missed that, and it was a big personal achievement for him if he had kicked it. Look, he's all about the team, and he didn't take the team sort of winning feeling. It was about the team, and that's the sort of person he is. And look, I'm sure he'll make up for it in some way. If we can go further into the finals, and you know, that'll be a bigger milestone for us as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Coach. Again, please pass our regards to the boys, and well done so far. We'll be cheering next week.
Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you for having me. Good night.
All right, there we go. Stanley Tepend, coach of the PNG KUMULS. They'll take on Wales next week in a must-win situation to get through to the quarterfinals. You're watching Sports Scene right here on EMTV. All right, there we go. That's it for another episode of Sports Scene. It's the last segment. But before we do, last week we started doing the Rugby League World Cup Try of the Week, Play of the Week, and the Highlight of the Week. So before you get through the weekend preview, are we doing the weekend preview first, then this?
No, we're doing this
Okay,
first.
okay. So let the tape roll now. The first one, take us through it, Api. Go ahead.
Yes,
come on.
it was the try of the week, Lawrence. It was a tough call. Like you said, Roderick Tai, but we went with Josh Adoka, Australia.
Yeah.
I tell you, this is probably the best try so far. Adoka was kicking for himself and chasing at too much pace. Australia trashing Scotland there. And,
I mean, they were already up 76-0. There was no need for him to do that. But, you know, in the attitude that he has, he was able to do that.
Making 4 tries. And moving on, we have the player of the week. And Lawrence, our player of the week is none other than Samoa's 5'8", Jerome Luai.
The boombox.
Yeah, the boombox.
Look,
well, you know, the Penrith Panthers superstar, you know, helped this Samoan team setting up 5 tries and also scoring a try for himself. You know, Jerome Luai in this game just went riot against, you know, new Greek team, new to Rugby League World Cup.
It's only Lachlan Ellis, the South's halfback that is a notable Rugby League guy. But
and he scored a try in that game too.
He did too. So.
And this is Luai's wonderful try. And I hope Samoa bouncing back from their loss from last week. You know, Lawrence, moving on into if they make it to the quarters, they'll be playing Tonga.
Yeah, I think that'll be a massive game there. And that's the player of the week. Jerome Luai. Yep, look, as you can see, he's put his hand in pretty much all the tries, right?
Yeah.
Well done to him. Okay, and the last one.
Well done, Jerome Luai. And yeah, the last one is the highlight of the week. And I tell you, the Jamaicans, it is the first World Cup, and their first try was from the fullback, Ben Jones. Play the tape. Let's see that. Let's see the highlight. Yeah.
Well, the commentator here, Api
Bishop.
says, don't kick it. But, Jamaica said, no, we're going to kick it. And there you go. Look at the celebration.
There you go. The Reggae Warriors, all the way from the Caribbean in the Rugby League World Cup. First try, Lawrence.
I thought you were going to say all the way from Kerema, but you said the Caribbeans. But, yeah, a great one there. The highlight of the week. What's his name again?
Bishop. Ben Jones Bishop.
Ben Jones Bishop. Well done. Jamaicans getting their first try at the Rugby League World Cup. Okay, Api, let's hand it over to you, the weekend preview.
Yes, Lawrence. Moving on to our weekend preview, our Round 3 Rugby League World Cup. Only here, catch it on MTV live and exclusively. Saturday, we have New Zealand versus Ireland. 11:30 p.m., England take on Greece. And on Sunday, 2 a.m., Fiji versus Scotland. 4:30 a.m., Australia versus Italy. And 10 p.m., Lebanon versus Jamaica. Monday, 31st of October, 12:30 p.m., Tonga versus Cook Islands. And 3 a.m., Samoa versus France. And on Tuesday, the last game of round 3, Lawrence, PNG versus Wales. I'm looking forward for that match as we need that win to make it into the quarters. And most definitely will be playing a strong English outfit in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, so one day less of our rest time. The first game was a Wednesday and then the second game Wednesday. This game's on a Tuesday morning. So
5:30. I think this time we'll get a better rest.
Yeah.
Waking up at 5, And
that means we'll be late for work, man. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely we'll be late for work. So hopefully my boss allows me to stay home. Jokes. Okay, moving on to the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Pakistan versus Zimbabwe. Afghanistan versus Ireland. And a great match there. Australia versus England. Probably a grand final match for this year. Australia needing to bounce back from the loss from New Zealand. And New Zealand taking on Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka so far been doing well, winning the Southeast Asia Cup. And to end off that round, India versus South Africa. That's a cracking match. And I'm hoping Virat Kohli puts on another stunning performance for India in the World Cup.
I'm sure he will, Api. Well, thank you so much for the weekend preview. And of course, we just went through the Rugby League World Cup highlights. All the Rugby League World Cup games live and free right here on MTV. That's it. Now, if you have any sports contacts or any results or draws you want to give us, please contact us. Here are the numbers and the email, 312-9229, email sports@emtv.com.pg. Otherwise, you can direct message us on our Sports Scene page, Facebook page, or Level 2 Garden City here at Boroko MTV office. Just drop by and leave all your details and we'll be more than happy to come out, do a preview on your sport, or if you want to just announce your draws or results, we'll be more than happy to do that. Api, anything else?
Yeah, Lawrence, looking forward to next week's game against Wales.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for Jimmy to bounce back.
Yeah.
And I want to see an intercept try. Jimmy to show the world his speed and the skill he possesses. And I'm pretty sure PNG KUMULS will do well there. And we get to watch the quarterfinals against England.
Yeah, absolutely. Go the KUMULS. We'll be all supporting them next week, Tuesday morning. From Api and myself and the rest of the Sports Scene crew, all the camera guys and director and producer and everyone else. It's good night for us. Remember, it's Pinktober. Have a fantastic evening.